Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 3 of Social Work 553. I hope all is well. So we'll jump right in. You have 2 assignments due this week. The first one is your discussion post, and your second one is actually your first field reflection log for this semester. So the great thing is you guys are quite familiar with them, so I won't take too much time going through that. So I will quickly breeze through the discussion post. So the cool thing that I really love about this discussion post this week is that you're going to take a conflict intelligence self-assessment and calculate your results. You do not share or submit your actual assessment, so you're just going to do this for yourself. And what you want to do is you want to just process the results, so you don't have to necessarily fill it out and scan it to me. I trust that you're going to take it and take it seriously. So it's totally anonymous, right? And so what you're going to do after you're done actually taking that assessment, it looks just like this, just to give you an idea. So it looks just like this, and you're going to fill it out just like you would the typical survey. Just fill it out, and then you're going to total up the number in each row, and then that is going to give you a total number, and this is the range where you would fall. And so let me just go back to here, and what I thought was really, really interesting, and I'll share this with you guys and be real open, is when I first took this self-assessment, I actually scored right here with more work to do. And then now as I've kind of done a lot of self-reflective and put some things in place, I've actually scored here the conflict intelligent with some work to do. So I still have some work to do, and I always aspire to work through conflict as best as I can so I can get to this piece. So no worries if you feel like you aren't where you want to be. That's actually okay. This assessment is kind of really cool, and will kind of hopefully enlighten you on how you can try to be better at resolving conflict, which is totally inevitable for us, right? So what you're going to do is, once you're done taking that assessment, you're going to answer the following questions in a discussion post. So did the assessment tell you anything you did not know? How do you feel about your results? How satisfied are you with the way you feel about conflict? How satisfied are you with the way you handle conflict? If you're someone like me, and I know we all kind of do it, sometimes we're like conflict avoidance, and I don't think conflict is ever necessarily a bad thing. I think it depends on how it's presented to us. If it's in a rude or hostile manner that jeopardizes our well-being, or it can be emotional, I think it's hard to manage it then. But for me, sometimes I can be conflict avoidance in that I'd rather not deal with the issues because although I'm solution focused, like some of the conflict I try to avoid. So that makes me a little bit more proactive in my approach with working with my population at my full-time job. So identify and discuss at least one thing you should or could change about the way you handle conflict, right? So I gave you my example, so I'm working through some things. And then the other thing is, in thinking about something you could change about how you handle conflict, where do you think you could start? Are you willing to make such changes, and what help do you need? So for me, I'm very self-reflective. I don't mind change, although it can be uncomfortable for any of us, right? I think for me, where I started is my communication pattern, learning that sometimes saying nothing gives people permission to kind of, just be who they are, and sometimes they don't know that maybe there's conflict that has arose, or there's harm, there's that kind of conflict, and then there's just conflict that maybe you're working with a client to work through systems, so systems conflict and versus personal conflict. So conflict can be very complex, and it can look a lot different, but it's gonna always be in our lives in some way or another. And so I think communication is always the key part about how to manage conflict. So that's just my spiel, but I'm interested to see with you guys how you guys respond to this. So your initial post is due this Thursday by 11:59, and your follow-up peer post is due by Sunday by 11:59. So have fun with that, guys. And so your second assignment due is actually your first field reflection log for this semester, and there's a video here, so I won't go into too much depth. I want to make sure that you guys complete all of the components of the assignment, and Just have that in by Sunday by 11:59. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And I look forward to hearing from you. And you guys have a fantastic week. Okay, bye-bye.